Why I opened in Harlem was really because I always dreamt of having a business and live in Harlem. Harlem is, for me, a world-class neighborhood that I knew about in Sweden and that we know about all over the world. And I always, as I lived in New York, I always found it fascinating that New Yorkers go all over, but yet to do dining, Harlem wasn't necessarily included. You had obviously Sylvia's and Rayo's and even Lennox Lounge, but in terms of the dining scene, it wasn't necessarily connected. So I felt there was a space there. And it was also an opportunity to tell our tale of Harlem, a large African-American tale, but also the diverse Harlem, what Harlem has become. Latin, Jewish, mixed, just a tale of New York. And why Red Rooster? When I started to do the research for it, I always wanted to know, how can I connect old Harlem with new Harlem? And then with those two as pillars, we can create the future, right? So I started to read about where all the musicians and the writers and also the laymen used to go back in the day. And this place, Red Rooster, came up. And I said, where James Baldwin, when Adam Clayton Powell, when Nat King Cole went before his gig, but also where the guy who worked in the library and the local lawyer went, and the barber guy. I was like, well, I want to have a place today where the poem of today and the post office worker of today and the politician and the singer of today is gone. The food at Red Rooster is based on American comfort food, right? But then it's also done through my lens, which is on one leg has Ethiopia and Africa, and one leg has Sweden, right? So there will be dishes like Helga's meatballs, and there will be dishes like chicken and eggs that are not rooted in America at all, but there are like a thick Dorawat chicken Ethiopian stew that you can eat with your hands, or gravlax that I grew up with. But it will also be fried yardbird. It will also be wonderful French toast when you come on for brunch. It will also be stuff like collards, but it will also be Latin cooking, because if you look east of us, it's a huge Latin community. So I like to say American comfort food through my lens. Harlem, like any community, has changed enormously, right? But of course, since you have, Harlem has probably been a little bit slower in its change. A lot of it has to do with, after integration segregation, after Vietnam War, then drugs. There's a lot of different reasons why the growth took its time. I think what we did here at